Hello, everybody. Anybody that's here watching these videos, I hope you're enjoying them. I'm enjoying making them. I'm your host, TedTokez, with the voiceover here. In this episode of World of Tanks, we got a few Leopard 2A5 matches and a couple Armadillo matches. You know, the standard, but as always, the gameplay is different from all the others. Yeah, tanks may be in the same position as they usually like to sit. You know, like they like to wait for the same scams that they always do. You know, like that's a good move though on that light tank. You know, I'd have done it myself. What else you gonna do? You know, that's about as safe as he could play it, while getting himself points that they want to get themselves. You know, as a participant. Nice little advance towards the enemies here. We're chasing down this. Oh, nice spin around there. Okay. Alright, team going to get a little bit of action on that one, because that back end was right to their faced front. Or right to their fronts facing. Whatever, guys. Alright, come on now. Some of us are doers. Some of us are just got the gift of gab, you know, and sometimes, even though some don't, you know, it is what it is. Alright, let's move on. Nice little fast forward to some action here. Yeah, there you go. There you go, get some action. I think at this point I'd be like, man, I wish you'd fall in that water because you're so stupid. But, nah, they don't always do, you know. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. I backed myself up in a little 360 there, a little unnecessarily. And, luckily they didn't tear into my weak side armors. So that was a positive. Got this guy trying to push our guy around. What's up with that shit? Little deflection off the auto lock. We're starting to get shot in the back end. Gonna need some of that counter ability from the team, but not the kind that we got. And honestly, it appears the team was dying off. You know, what are you gonna do? Didn't really take on anything crazy, but you know, was definitely a participant in that match, I believe. I'd have to say I was bringing the fight to the enemies, not letting the enemies bring the fight to me. And, you know, it is what it is. You win some, you lose some. We lost that one. And that's the way it goes, you know. 5th place. Can't really complain. Top 3rd on the team, you know. But just wasn't enough as a team to win. Wasn't enough independently. You know, so here we are, pushing our next match, breaching through the smoke that the enemy threw to try to evacuate his position in order to relieve him some pressure, as they call retreating or falling back. And boom, nice shot there. Oh, little mountain slide to help me with the rotation. Look at this guy. What the hell is he confused? Fucking idiot. He just pushed himself in with him. Now I lost a team. What a jackass. Oh, he thought he was gonna ramp me. Oopsie daisy. Oh no. Too much momentum on that hill. And late drunk reflexes, man, you know. Oh, there goes another one. Man, I'm telling you. The positions that I take sometimes are sleeper positions. You're not gonna see 10 people huddled up in that position, and it's still kind of frontline position considering where everybody in the community will place themselves as the 10 tanks doing one job. Oh, here comes the push, because you know I'm not going to sit around for too long if I can advance myself. There we go, we got rid of that. Oh, took a missile to the side, but it didn't hurt too much. There you go. Laying into him now. That guy's not going to get away. We'll get a couple shots. Close counter. Maybe if the enemies are even taking advantage of that. And we're pushing up this hill. We see the weasel toe on our left there. Probably going to rotate around us a little bit faster, but we have the inner corner of the bend. Enemy ahead. Look at that. So now we got him sandwiched like a cookie. Look at that. I'm going to distract him for 30 seconds, 20 seconds, whatever his reload is. And that Weasel Toe's going to get another free shot. Potentially the kill if I'm not quick, efficient, and effective enough. I go in for the ram because we got to get rid of that tank as the other barrel's showing up, and I'm already almost dead. Weasel Toe going back in for his point. Someone threw the smoke before we even noticed that on our front vision. You can see it with the map and stuff, and I use that at times. But I do notice that I don't really use the HUD too often. I'm real environmental trying to do. That's why I don't. Sometimes when I light tank, I look at the map a lot more. When I'm like light tanking, because I'll look at the emblems and see where the trajectory is. I don't know. I'm a terrible player, guys. All right, we'll get over it. But I'm still better. I don't know how to argue it with you because you just don't give me anything worth even arguing it. I hate to say it, but my bare minimum is probably better than your best. And it is what it is, I'm not trying to dog people. It is what it is. It's just something I've dealt with my whole life. If anyone would understand it, I think it would be me. And sometimes we don't, we get it. Like, why are we such a failure even though we're as great as we are, but we do some of the stupidest things sometimes. And it's just the way the dice rolled, man, Alright, here we are in our next match. You can see we started driving around the front line trying to find some action. We managed to get a little bit here. We see a couple tanks that we can chip into. And as you can see, we get one of them. We rotate back around because there's so many enemies here. We really got to try and use some evasive maneuvers. And there's really not a safe direction to go because there's going to be a pretty straight trajectory shot for just about anywhere we would have chose to evacuate. However, we managed to get out of there, not losing too much health. They are still chasing us, so we have to continue to try to maneuver. And obviously my dumb self just chooses to go right in closest to it. Like that's the way I chose to evacuate, was through what I needed to evacuate from. That's a genius move, but here he is pulling it off, so what are you gonna do, But if the team could learn how to participate, they'd realize that the game really isn't that difficult. You know what's making it difficult to play? The fact that I have to play against 10 tanks while I'm doing one job as one tank, and they're 10 tanks doing one job. Whether they're on my team or not, and you guys think it's a competition? Who am I competing with? Let's be honest. There's people way better than me. I'm not denying that. But the reality is as far as the community, until I step into the goddamn boot camps or the gym, bro, or you know what I mean, or the fucking training yards that people line up in, I'm dancing with public, you know what I mean. It is what it is, man. You know what I mean. That's why they call it the curve of the class. Got a little bit of that sneaky peeky popping going on there. You see that? Let's check this out. Yeah, if you don't pay attention, you can't just be on the front lines, because that's not how you're gonna survive,
That's why people they wonder, how does this guy do what he does, but he's got the stats that he has? I mean, I don't know. To be honest with you, I just do stuff sometimes. A lot of times I know what I'm doing. I'm thinking about how I could do something if I know how to do some of the things I think I may have to do, but that's part of the game, Like right here, I chose to back up, creating the gap decrease that they were trying to penetrate. They wanted to bridge that gap to dogpile me, to get around me, to get my weak armors, maybe get me spinning around so that the people that weren't fast enough or could flank quick enough could get better shots. If it's one guy making that risk for everybody's reward. That's a teammate, you know what I mean? It's not 10 players waiting for that one guy to make that risk for them to get their reward. Like they were ever getting a reward by the end of the game. You see it how many times? We carry our weight, die first, and then get first place or something like that. You know what I mean? And then all they did was carry their weight. None of them did anything special. Maybe there's a game or two or three of them got 2 or 3 kills worth, and then that's Because it's the same. You guys are getting the same points, whether it's 10,000, whether it's 20,000 enemy health points divvied up between you, or 40,000, or whatever the case. You guys are all sharing the same amount of points. You guys act like, you know what I mean? That's why 10,000 damage really isn't even that impressive. Yeah, it's like a third of the team. It's like a third of the enemy team. Maybe a sixth. But you really didn't do anything. That's something you would have normally did if you were just playing the game with everybody else doing what they were supposed to be doing, or even could be trying to do. Like I shouldn't be on the front lines. I shouldn't be on the front lines by myself, waiting for a tank to push up just so I can advance even more and feel like I have a chance when I go push, how many ever tanks that still have really close quarters combat Overwatch, not just the Overwatch that you guys choose to participate as. Like, look at that east of the river. Look at that west of the river. You guys think that's a lineup? You guys, you players think that that's a lineup. That's getting 10 toes. You know what I mean? There's nothing you're doing there. You're just sitting around all game doing nothing. The people are doing stuff for you, whether it's distraction or damaging. They're doing it for you. You ain't done a damn thing back there, guys. You got some by default points that you would not have got if it wasn't for somebody else playing the game. Me, a couple of my points, you know what I mean? Yeah, you guys land an Overwatch shot once in a while, kill it, you know what I mean? Thanks for that 1 to 2 bullets that it takes me to get the enemies that I still have to reload 2 stacks for to get their because my gun takes forever. The armadillo takes forever to shoot. I'm not even complaining about it. It's a good tank. It is, but it does take forever to shoot its bullets. It doesn't have that many of them comparatively to the newer ones. It doesn't have as strong as a bullet as a lot of them, I feel like. I don't know the statistics, And the reload time? Oh, Lord. I should not have to wait 20 seconds for another 1,000 damage. It's not a missile. It's a frickin' small caliber auto-loader gun. You know what I mean? But here we are, entertaining it because I spent 13,000 gold on it. And, it's a good tank. It was a great tank, I'd even say. But that's besides the point. We got what we got now, right? So, that was that match, I died. We lost. Oh, we won. Holy shit. What do you know? I got first place. But, I'm dead. So, anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed.
Check out some other ones if you did.